Hey you guys, got a Dragon Invasion run here with Robin 7, Midori, and maybe I was just complaining about eating carrots at the beginning because, well, I was eating carrots for dinner and didn't make me super happy just having raw carrots for dinner, but my soup wasn't finished. Anyway, but as far as BRs go, Robin is sitting around, I think 4 million. I think she might have broke 4 million. If not, she's awfully close these days. And then Midori is around 3.3 million, I think, and maybe is around 3.1, maybe 3.15. Yeah, a little over 3.1 million at least. And so very high power group, but most importantly, really, aside from just having a lot of high power players, is the fact that we all have very fast connections and spin the dice very quickly. And so that's very, very important, so that you don't have lag times at the beginning of fights, and that you don't lose time at the dice. So here we're all using quick skills, using multi-shot on the archers and ice bolt on the mages. I think also armor pierce would be a good choice for the archers, but multi-shot does start to add up to the crit bonus, so that might be why they're going with that instead. And so for these earlier levels, definitely, with any group, probably to level 5, I'll continue to use Ice Bolt. With this group, I use Ice Bolt at level 6, and then after that, start using Thunder. And definitely not Sylphing yet. We can't quite Sylph at level 5, but at level 6, we technically could start Sylphing, but in order to make that decision to start Sylphing, you want to think about how many turns is it going to take you to beat the bosses. So at the beginning, it's one turn. Not even the boss doesn't even get one round to attack, and then as things go on, you probably need 1.5 turns. So an early turn like a rune or something, or one skill, and then a second one the next round. And at that point, you can start thinking about using higher power skills like Delphix or Thunder and stuff like that. But in order to justify using a Sylph, you need to start thinking about 3 rounds. So 1 round at the beginning to awaken, and then a second round to use a normal Sylph skill, and then a third round to use the Delphic. Because really, what makes Sylphing so worth it is the high power Delphic. Until then, really, regular skills do suffice. The other huge change for me as far as just PvP power goes is using the Wind Ranger kid. So the Wind Ranger has a skill called Cursed Arrow, and it's really fantastic. When I PvE, not for PvP, but for PvE, it's the only skill that I keep on the Wind Ranger, and he just uses it at the beginning, and it's really nice DPS. It increases the amount of damage that my target or its target takes by 40%. And so we do have a new kid coming up, the last of them, the male, or at least the last of the classes that you've seen in the previews and stuff. I think there will be a demon whisperer or whatever kid, a purple kid, coming up as well. But at least out of the ones we have now, it's the last foreseeable kid edition, and that's the male warrior, and he's going to have some really high power skills as well, or high power buffs. So a lot of chances to increase the damage that you deal by 50%. So that actually might be the best PvE kid. I'm not totally sure if it's going to be the best PvP kid. I think that the bleeds that the Wind Ranger deals might still be better, but I think between the two of them, we'll start seeing fewer battle oracles and start seeing more of these other kids, because they are pretty strong. So now finally having May Sylph, I'm still using Thunder. Robin just going ahead with Armor Piercer and those types of skills. Really just huge damage from her. I'm a very competitive person, but really, and so of course I'm always trying to beat Robin in World Boss if I can, but if she's even within like 30k of my attack stat, she can usually beat me in World Boss, which, you know, makes me thoroughly bitter, but I still try. Now Midori going ahead, sort of in ascending BR order for the sylphs, even though, you know, I think actually Mei and Midori are probably similar power, you know, especially since Mid uses a fire pet for her attack choice instead of Electro. I think I think Mei actually deals more. Of course, they're the same players. It's sort of odd that I always talk about them in videos as separate people, but it never ceases to amaze me how good Mid is at dual boxing. She plays those two tunes as two mains, and really is probably the best example of a low cash player. And then you know, Midori has very little. I think she probably pays a few bucks here and there and VIP over the years. And then Mei is a completely zero cash tune. So by all means, a low cash tune and a free player, and both of them well over 3 million BR at this point. So if you can find anybody more powerful than Mei, who has not spent a penny on the game, I'll be very, very impressed. I've heard rumors of that they exist, but nobody has produced a single screenshot to prove this to me. There, it was my turn. I asked if Mei was ready to sylph because I thought maybe Robin and Mei could go together, but instead of just let me go and they go on this one. Robin and I are sort of like two birds of a feather when it comes to certain game sensibilities. It might just be that we both influenced each other a bit over, I mean, how long have we been playing together? It must be like a year or so now since our guilds merged together, and since we've been playing together quite a bit. Feels like a shorter amount of time though. And now we have another server merged, but we'd been together quite a long time before this current merge. Always freaks me out when my skills don't show at the very top, but all good. And very lucky that death didn't hit Midori, because she's going to be sylphing next. And since Midori is married to Robin, she would have revived and lost her awakening points. Here's the gnome. So this is what we got to last time, or the one that we beat last time. I was saying that Bird's dice were getting a little bit slower. Bird being Robin, that's what I usually call her. I am capable of not calling her Bird, even though in game I will pretty much exclusively call her Bird. It's just that, you know, I'm used to doing stuff for videos, so I usually go by whatever name is showing. So here, you know, I do use my double hits technically, or, you know, keep the skills blinking and stuff like Dragon Invasion, but the chances of me actually getting a successful double hit with so many players on the screen is pretty low. It's possible, you know, you get the occasional one, but they're not a regular thing. So still wiping through this boss pretty quickly. Have like, probably after dice, a solid 3.5 minutes. A little less than 3 minutes now after pickup. And them hide other objects, misbehaving. And so for the last level, or whatever our limit is, usually, you know, I'll sylph as soon as possible. So the moment that I can sylph, I will. That's because you just want everybody dealing as much damage as quickly as possible, so you don't bother to think about, you know, what's going to happen to them at the next level and things like that. This hide other objects button is going to kill me. If they don't fix this soon, I'm just going to start raging on the forums or something like that. You know, I play on Kabam, and so there's no way, I don't have any access to like Elite Club or anything like that to just give them hell. So that would be my only outlet for my rage, other than tickets, which are also completely, both of them are just silly. Here I was very surprised to see a mob. You know, for the 14 levels before here, there's no mobs, so I was very surprised. Luckily, I think the kids and the kid sylphs sort of just clear them out really quickly. They're very weak, so luckily it's not like something that we would need a player AoE from. That would be very bad because we all have single target sylphs and we're all in sylph mode, so we don't really have a lot of AoEs to work with. Maybe Midori might have one on the fire sylph, but that's about it. There, the boss kills Midori. That's Robin's. I think it's Battle Oracle, yeah. Midori is what we call Midori in May, since it's their little combo name. Or her little combo name. Anyway, so that's 15 levels of DI. Turns out level 16 is a Tauren, so I don't really know if he has anything up his sleeve, since the last one had a mob in it, but hopefully in the future we can find out. My guess is there's 20 levels of this. I mean, if there's anything more, how on earth are you supposed to complete it? You just have to like one-shot everything. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Take care, and have a very good day.